Hey out there, everybody. We're talking with our buddy Charles, the birthday boy. Just had not a boy, young man, 25 years old. He's at Brad Wenstrips office there, representative of Ohio. What is it, second district?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, and I mean this wholeheartedly, and I'm sure everybody out here will, but happy birthday, Charles, 25, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, happy birthday to you. Did you get everything that you wanted for Christmas and everything?
Well, got more than enough.
Well, did anybody take you out for your birthday?
I went to Notre Dame, and they had actually an event that day, so it worked out nicely. It wasn't for me, but it was just kind of nice being able to go see some college friends.
Oh yeah, well good. Everybody healthy that you know of?
Yeah, as far as I can tell.
Well, you know what?
People keep busy.
Consider that a blessing. Now that's my segue into, here we go. We live in the United States of America. I don't know if you're aware of the third world country that we have here, but we've got this disease, this poisonous disease that was man-made and created by we the people's money. And then on top of that, they sent it over here that actually wound up destroying most of it. I ain't said nothing bad yet, right? Okay. So anyway, I guess we're dealing with a stream or a strain or whatever right now in the northeastern part of the U.S. right now. Are you aware of that?
No, sir. I didn't realize there was another one.
Well, there's a bunch of people that I know, including my friend who lives just across the street. Well, actually, everybody around me here actually has been down with the strain from the after 18 and before number 20 thing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's going around, and they're talking about that. They're even seeing. I mean, I want you to think about this, Charles. They have a. I mean, this is absolutely mind blowing to me. But leprosy is they're finding that down in Florida now. Leprosy.
Hello?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It sounded like you cut out there.
No. My window's making a noise. I'm sure everybody thought I farted, but it's a noise. The wind's blowing right here, and something's rubbing.
I heard it's been a little windy and stormy.
Yeah. Well, that's what they say whenever I got gas too. But anyway, some people call me windy and stormy at the same time. But anyway, with leprosy, nothing really to be funning or joking about. But and what's the other thing that they're finding? It wasn't just leprosy. It was other things that, like, we haven't even smallpox. Is it smallpox?
TB. I think I've seen a couple of measles cases too.
Measles, yeah, but there's different things that's popping up here and there. Look at you, actually involving yourself with what's going on in our country. I appreciate that.
Try my best.
So, what's Brad doing? Is he like sending any more help, or is he getting with? I know he has to bow down to Dwayne there. I know he has to pet him and kind of coax him along, which is probably the biggest rhino that I can think. Oh, hey, did you hear the good news today?
No. Is there good news to celebrate?
We do have some good news. Yep.
Okay.
The old penis wrinkle himself, Mitch McConnell, is announcing that he's going to retire.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I haven't had a chance to actually read the remarks or anything, but I think I saw a notification about that.
Yeah. Hey, I'll be right back. Put us on pause there just a minute. We're back, and I had to take a station identification there. I had a loose board there outside the window. The wind's blowing everything away right now. You can hear it. Anyway, we need a policy or a procedure, Charles, for when we the people are calling anybody in government and we're disrespected. Because here's what I was told. I did the right thing by calling in, but it wasn't the first time that I had called in And if it was just me and it was over something like, I want a fence put up for the neighbors or something, I can kind of understand a little. No, not even that. I really couldn't even understand that. There should be no reason why that an answer machine would be disrespectful. And they keep hanging up on me. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Well, she said there was a time limit that they're allowed to talk.
No, not this one.
No, she insinuated it. She didn't say it, but she insinuated it.
No, this one didn't say there was time limit, but she was wanting to get away from talking about anything serious, and then she wanted to make and we're talking about Hannah, by the way. Her name's Hannah. So if you call old Sherwood Brown there and you talk to Hannah, the answering machine, she's pretty good about telling you she's got to move on to the next constituent. But that ain't the way this works. When we the people call in, they're supposed to listen to us and then pass that along to the representative. How else are they going to know what it is that we want them to do? And I would also argue that there has to be better ways. Look, how freaking hard could it be to do any public job? And I mean that wholeheartedly. We got to do away with the whole thing with the even needing. And see, I know a lot of people, they'd say, well, no, you ought to have a high school diploma. And I'd say bullshit on that. And here's why I'd say bullshit on that. Is because when I went to school, I made grades. They wasn't the best by no means, but they was passable. I mean, I passed. And then I would have friends of mine that was making like straight A's, A pluses, They even got the little smiley face with the little licky stick star on there sometime. I was happy if I seen one of them a year. For doing like crayon work or something. But there's no need to even have it, because later on I found out that they was actually cheating, and like they would say, "Oh, you mean you didn't cheat in that class?" Well, no, I never cheated in none of them. I worked my hind end off, and I was lucky to make it to school sometimes on time or whatever, because I had stuff that I had to get done that my dad wanted done, and so on and so forth. I rode a motorcycle in the snow to school, because I couldn't afford a car. I had a motorcycle, So long story there, but I survived that. But there's just no cause for anybody to have a high school diploma or even a GED, because I have people telling me about GEDs. Well, you can get online and you can just do that. And you can have your phone with you and just Google the answers and put them down and stuff. I want people like Einstein or Mr. Ford or somebody, Elon Musk. See, Elon Musk, he's one of those catch-22 people. I don't trust him. I don't trust him. When somebody's saying, no, I'm not going to stab you in the gizzard, as he's literally stabbing you with a knife in the gizzard, I don't trust that. Like the Democrats are doing now. But he's saying AI is bad, but at the same time, he's the one creating Neuralink and all that. He's warning us. He's saying, all this is going to take over. It's bad. It's going to wipe us out and everything. But who's the number one guy doing that? Elon Musk. Everybody, you have to agree the guy is super smart. I mean, I never thought in my lifetime that a rocket, you could launch it and then it would come back and then land itself. That is pretty genius, But we need more of that. But we need for people to actually, and I'm going to tell you something, Trump, we need to get him back in there so that we can fix a lot of the problems that's been created and stuff. And they can't stand him because he is actually wanting it to be the way that it should be, which is ran by we the people. He's wanting less government and stuff. But, he's just a human being. He's not God or nothing else. But now you have the Democrats who's trying to make it out like that like mega maniacs or whatever, like because we believe in the Lord, that we're some kind of like thugs, like we're saying, well, we're going to take our guns in the name of the Lord, and we're going to wipe everybody out because this is our country and everything. Well, you have to have laws, and you have to have rules, and you got to have regulations, or else you don't have anything. You'll have chaos is what you'll have, and that's exactly what they're wanting. They're wanting to crash the markets and stuff right now. They're overwhelming the welfare system, Social Security. They're trying to break it and everything because they keep piling up. They're giving these invaders $10,000 on these cards. That's paying them to come here. You know, ridiculous, absolutely insanity. But Charles, do we have any update, or is there anything that you can tell us about this penis wrinkle that they're calling a judge that put a $355 million bogus fine on Trump, and then fining both of the boys $4 million, and then on top of that telling them that they can't be a CEO in New York City for, what is it, 3 or 4 years?
Something like that, yeah. I thought it was like 5 or something, but yeah. I mean, it's one of those complex ones, right? Because we have federalism, we have a constitution, right? And we try to have that separation of powers, but at the same time you're seeing a DA, right, district attorney, bring up a civil, lawsuit in a state which, we're sitting here thinking that, it's not exactly normal, is it? Usually civil is for, between private citizens, and if you really had a crime or something, as a district attorney, you want to prosecute the crime, and it's interesting that New York is not exactly prosecuting, criminals at the moment. I guess you've seen the two that assaulted the police officer, right? And they were just let out. So, it's just a lot of questions, really, of what's going on up there.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, good for you for following that and keeping up with it. It's a lot. I need to switch gears, but it's kind of sort of the same thing on you, Charles.
Yeah.
And I'm just letting you know that I'm kind of leaving that, but I need to go to something. Just yesterday, I had visited the Social Security office in Gallipolis, Ohio. I don't know if you know or are aware of Gallipolis or not.
Yes, I am. I've been there. I love the downtown square there, right along the river.
Beautiful spot. Yep. Yeah. Okay. Well, our Social Security building. When I went there, I was met by a security guard. He's a security guard. And the first thing that he said was, no video inside here. I said, but isn't this a public building? And he's like, well, yeah, but they have a policy that you can't. I said, well, yeah, but it's a policy. It doesn't trump law, The law says that, I can come in and I can video. And they said, well, there's people in here that has their Social Security number and stuff, and they want to keep that private. And I said, you said it out of your own mouth. It is their obligation to keep whatever that they have private, and there is no, help me out here, Charles. There's no sense of, no sense of privacy in public. Expectation. There's no expectation of privacy when you're in public. So they literally have someone that I'm paying for to step on the Constitution and my rights before I even come in my own door. And it's not just my door, it's your door. It's our door. And here's what I guess is what my demand is that I want done. And we want done. Would you agree?
Yes.
No? Okay. So, we the people, I the people, why does anyone have to go and be arrested and put through all that when we already know that law is being broken? and that the rights are being smashed. I mean, let me ask you something. Would you, somebody that you like, I'm not going to say me, Charles, but would you send like your own child or your mom or your dad or somewhere where they have a right to be, like let's say a park, to have or they invite you to have a picnic lunch somewhere or whatever, and then when you get there, you have a cop, which I have a real problem with. I'm not a fan of cops and police officers. I'm a fan of peace officers, public servants, and it's not a matter of doing away with cops. Nobody wants to do away with cops or even police officers, but we have a real problem with law enforcement. We're just wanting, to be left alone when we're not breaking any laws, and we want to be treated with, it's not even respect, because think about it. You have to give somebody respect if you're in front of them and they're in the right. You know what I mean? And they have the right to be there, whatever. You would give them respect. But why would they even be in front of you? There should not be anybody meeting me at my own door to tell me that I'm not allowed to do something that I am not just legally allowed to do, but is my God-given right to do. You see what I mean?
Yeah, I'm seeing what you're getting at.
Okay, so we need a law that says that if there is an idiot that is hiding with the power of we the people, because let's face it, 99.9% of the time, we the people are in front of a thug, a human being, just a skin bag that is wearing a uniform. And where does that power come from? See, they take these jobs and they put on the armor and the power of we the people, because that's the badge. You know why I wouldn't knock somebody plumb the hell out 9 times out of 10? Go look at my video of Little Shop of Horrors. I'm telling you right now, old Fat Boy and I would have rumbled like nobody's business if he didn't have the power of the people protecting him. That would have been a whole different outcome. But I respect we the people, you the people, I the people. I respect that. So he had that uniform on, which that uniform ain't nothing, but it's that badge. It's the people. That's what it is that we the people respect, and they've forgotten that. So when I see somebody that's blatantly breaking the law, and you can do a citizen's arrest, and I'm looking into that right now. But just about everybody's forgot about a citizen's arrest. But I'm looking into it. We're gonna definitely revive that, because there's a lot of damn people that's walking on our rights and stomping on that Constitution. And you know what the sickening thing of this is, Charles? That very guard that done that served in the Army and has hearing problems now from the gunshots and stuff like that. A lot of noise or what have you. And I said, so you mean to tell me that you served and took an oath to protect that Constitution, and you even have physical damage from that, but now you are totally pissing on that by doing what you're doing? And you know what he said? No kidding. Here it comes. Everybody knows this. I'm just doing my job. I'm just doing what I'm told to do. Sounds like Nazi Germany. And you know what? Everybody keeps saying that. But you know what's going to happen when it's actually in your face and you see it with your own eyes, and it's like they say, back the blue till it happens to you. I just done a video, Charles. You should check it out. This deputy pulls a kid over in Oklahoma. Now the boy's about 16 years old. Dad and mom just bought him a Dodge Charger, a black Dodge Charger. And in Oklahoma, you have 2 months before you have to put a tag or anything on the car after you buy it. Who knew, right? Everybody's different. Every state's their own country. But it's just federally ruled or not ruled, but anyway, that's a long process too. And I'm still learning all about that. So this state you can smoke weed. You go in the next state over, you can't smoke weed. You go to the next one, they don't care what you do. It's all a wreck. But he's on the side of the road. The deputy detains him, I don't know, 14, 15 minutes or whatever, when it should have been, hey, you ain't got your tag on there. You need to get your tag on. Yes, and the kid, explained to him exactly what was going on and everything. And while he was still there babbling to him, 14, 15 minutes later, getting ready to let him go, but he should have done long let him go because he was on his way to basketball practice. This pickup with a trailer smashes his car from behind. I mean, knocks the deputy plumb back on it. But look at it. Go look at that video. It is devastating. Now, that's bad enough. But then I made another follow-up video because there's even more there. When the other fellow officers show up, the one is, asking him if he's all right, so on and so forth. The one that is laying on the ground that detained the boy way too long for the stop, he says, well, what about the victim? What about the other people? Are they okay? And you know what the one standing over him said? I don't care about them. And words matter, and how you use them, that matters. We've talked about this before, Charles, if you remember. Sticks and stones break your bones, but words will definitely wipe you the hell out. Now,
that is a terrible collision. Sorry, I looked it up.
Oh, did you? Good. Yes, it is very bad. Now, the first one actually shows it, but if you watch that officer, he's ragdolled. I mean, he's absolutely just ragdolled backwards. And you feel bad for him, you know what I mean? But that didn't have to go that way. So, while he's on his back, and they finally showed up, they didn't go check everybody. When you put on the uniform, I would expect for them, and I'm not kidding you, I'm telling you right now, I would want, if somebody come there, to go check on them first. In the line of duty, they always talk about in the line of duty, like if something happens to them, like, oh, they got shot in the line of duty. Well, you know what? To me, if I was going to go out, I would rather go out like this. Well, he died in the line of duty, and his duty was taking care of the people that he took an oath to protect. But the one standing over him says, I don't care about them. Talking about the other ones that nobody had went and checked on for well over 6.5 minutes. And guess what? Here's the kicker to it. Charles, you kind of cheated because you looked at him. But guess who? The boy that the deputy pulled over. Guess who his dad wound up being?
Deputy sheriff.
No. Even higher than that.
Mayor.
No, senator.
Oh.
Yeah. So out of this, guess what? There'll probably be laws now. Because it should have been pulled him over, said, hey, why don't you have a tag on your thing, on your car? I just got the car. It's my birthday. Here, he gave him all the paperwork and everything. Should have been done and gone in no more than 4 or 5 minutes. But instead, he was there, 15 minutes or so. Okay.
Sorry, let's watch it in a second.
All right. Well, let's take a little break. We'll be right back. All right. Well, anyway, Charles, we appreciate you very much. Happy birthday to you. And the birthday gift that I'm going to give to you from We the People here is we're not going to hold you on here much longer. But can you give us an update or anything? Like, is he like talking to Mr. DeWine and getting more people sent down to the border or anything?
So I did see something recently that made it sound like Governor Abbott did reach out to Governor DeWine,
Well, at this point in time, we'll take anything, but it seems to me like Jim Jordan. I really like Jim Jordan a lot, don't you?
They're friends. The boss and Representative Jordan are friends, and they're doing good work for the state of Ohio as best they can.
Charles don't know much about. I can tell right now. So you don't know a lot about Jim Jordan, do you?
Not as much, sir. I know he's chair of the Judiciary Committee, and he's trying to hold the government accountable as best as possible.
Well, it just seems to me like all of them, they do a whole lot of damn talking, and nothing ever happens. I mean, how do you get by with taking coke into the damn White House and nothing happen to anybody? If I would do that, do you know what would happen?
Maximum prison, probably for maximum.
Oh yeah, if we came in, I'm telling you right now, with anything like, we'd come in with the wrong kind of chewing gum and we'd be thrown in prison. This is ridiculous. It's supposed to be the United States of America. And it's going to be the United States of America, a third world country, if we don't straighten up.
Yeah. Yes, sir. I do know that. So,
Hey, we're all going to tell you happy birthday and let you get off here.
Happy birthday.
So there's Amy, says happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
And happy birthday from Nome, and a big happy birthday from me, Charles.
it's not a problem, sir. We're always happy to answer the phone.
The subscribers and stuff like that, that they really, really are enjoying listening and hearing, but there's so many of them now that's starting to call in and to their representatives and stuff all across the country, which is absolutely, amazing to me that, my subscribers, they keep subscribing, and I don't know why, but I certainly appreciate them.
I remember when you were back at around 500, and now you're up to 640.
I know, we're doing good, man. We're winning. Each subscriber is just as good as the very first one, so I appreciate each and every one of them. Charles, we appreciate you, brother. God bless you.
You as well, sir, and look forward to your next call.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, so that was my favorite answering machine, Charles, there at Brad Wenstrips' office. Call your representative. Tell them that we need this country back. It's ours. We're taking it back, whether they like it or not. We don't care if they're kicking and screaming. We're taking it back. We don't care. Done got hung up on everything. I'm going to see if I can do something about that. Went to the Social Security, met by a guard who served in the Army and actually was physically harmed from the... Anyway. God bless America, you and yours. We're praying for you. Pray for us. Love you, Lord. Love you, boss. Peace out.